Hello guys and welcome to an Ark Nova gameplay review. My name is Toby, aka Randale und Hurra on BGA, and you might have already heard of me reviewing some games on the United Emo Friends Association channel, where I reviewed some Emu Cup games with Propaganda Panda and by myself as well. But today I want to have a look at a game I played outside of the Emu Cup or Ostrich Olympics, just a regular arena game. So I decided to upload it here on my personal channel. Feel free to subscribe. I might upload some more videos of games I played or some other interesting games I found here. But I also plan to cast and review some Emu Cup games in the future as well. In this game, we will find out if I manage to cross 700 elo, which is the threshold you need to cross to become an Ark Nova Master on BGA, which is I think the highest title you can achieve there, elo-wise at least. And through the Emu Cup, I obviously played a lot of strong players and gained a lot of elo. So suddenly I found myself near 700 elo. Here I won against Sam in his stream. Very close and lucky game. So I was at 697. Played some more games against weaker opponents for only 2 elo in total. So right before the game we're about to see now, I was at 699 elo. Then I found an opponent which was actually, I think, 620 elo when we matched up against each other, and was top 10 in arena at that time. Obviously very early in the season, so I don't think he's staying up there, but yeah, definitely strong enough to give me enough elo to cross the magic 700 elo threshold. So yeah, let's jump right in. We're playing on Observation Tower, obviously on the alternative version, because that's the new arena settings this season as well. And we've got Australia as a base project, Predators, and Habitats. And our starting hand is not looking too bad. First, don't forget the end games. We've got Naturalist and Architectural. So sooner or later we will have to decide if we stop building or just go all out building and try to fill the map. But first let's look at our cards. Very strong sponsor card in the opening hand is Federal Grants, just very nice for income. Goes well with Spokesperson because we already get the science icon we need to play. We need to play Spokesperson from a card and don't necessarily have to take the uni here. Also First Seal, very nice, matches 2 projects here, and even if it doesn't match any project, it's just a generally strong card, giving you that second worker very early. We've got another Australian animal here. And we've got 2 projects. Primate breeding goes well with the Dusky Leaf, so we could just go quite basic with Asia Partner Zoo, play Dusky Leaf, and support primate breeding in round 2. But we also have aquatic with the Pelican, which enables us to do a round 1 project. Pelican gives 2 water icons immediately, and we can go for a early project here. Federal Grants, just very nice to go with it, and I think First Seal because it matches 2 projects. But there's really nothing you can do wrong here, because even Dusky Leaf with primate breeding is a nice start, but I guess a Pelican and a aquatic in round 1 is just even better. So that's what I probably went for. Spokesperson, obviously very nice. You can raise up the rep track with this card, but still I think with those two cards, perfect for the projects here, and aquatic in round 1, that's just the way to go here. So very lucky opening hand here for me. And yeah, it's what I go for. I don't remember everything of the game here, but I remember at least round 1. We have a hyena compound here. Very nice for the predators project, because it helps you hunt more animals, ideally more predators, and will help you get to 5 predators. Another predator here is wolf. Usually better later when you get more pack synergy from it, or just a good release candidate. Jungle and brown spider monkey is a nice release combo. Would have been interesting if we kept the dusky leaf. And the rest not too interesting. We're starting player, didn't tell you that. But also very nice to get a Soch Prio, so we can do whatever we want. Also, if we go for Pelican and Aquatic, we have nice action order here. We can just build, play the animal, and then support it in our 3rd turn. And we've got Partner Zoo at 8 CP, which is definitely interesting. But I also grew on the multiplier here, because 8 CP could be mid-game or even late game, and multipliers can be very, very strong then. So let's see if we have use for the Partner Zoo or just go for a multiplier. Obviously, depending on whether we win the race to 8 CP. Yeah, let's just jump right in. We build a 4 size now. We need 2 water next to it, so we can build it here next to the tower to get 2 appeal, which is probably what I do. Yeah. Opponent draws cards from the deck, so not too interested in the hyena compound. Tells me that he probably already has a sponsor in hand he wants to play. Otherwise, I would have liked him snapping the hyena compound and playing it right away. Also, if you want to find more cards, you could also play hyena compound and hope to hunt an animal. So yeah, lucky for us, because I think we will definitely be interesting in taking it. But we go ahead and just play the Pelican right away. The opponent should be very scared if you play an animal that early before even associating. So here, I guess release could be a threat. But also, in our case, it's aquatic, but actually hard to see that you can just get 2 water tags immediately from it and support aquatic for 2. We get a build action here. Not the best. I decided to just place a kiosk here for some income. Yeah. Opponent goes ahead and takes a university, hand size. So I expect him to break 5 next move. I do take time to play federal grants before associating. Yeah, probably just to get sponsors higher. And we do have time after his break 5 here to support our project. Yeah. Very nice early project. We do upgrade a card here. Doesn't make sense to take a worker now. The break is already at 7 out of 9. And ideally we will get a worker from first seal soon, which is why we upgrade animals as our first upgrade, and we took snapping. So I'm probably going for the hyena compound here. And the opponent takes time to build a free size next to the tower here. Hasn't played an animal yet. And we are now in the position to trigger the break. So always risky if you're a second player and break 5. Then you just give the opponent control over the break. And I do think I trigger it here. I just got a massive income lead. And yeah, I take a cards action. I don't have hand size and already 2 cards I want to keep. So snapping is probably better than drawing from the deck and having to discard 2 cards in the break. So probably wolf here because it's just another predator and we're already aiming for 5 CP here. So yeah, I snap the wolf before it disappears. And we see another predator icon here with polar bear exhibit. Very nice. And with our snapping already online, we can just go ahead and snap it. Cassowary matches Australia, but we already have a second Australian animal, so polar bear should be more interesting for us. And opponent associates again and goes for Australia partner zoo after taking a uni round 1. So splitting, always interesting. Tells me that he wants to go for the Australia base project here. Free size next to rock could also be koala. Could also be cassowary, but he built the free size in round 1 before it even appeared, so I guess he already has an Australian free size animal in hand. Apart from that, there's the Ghoul's Monitor, so koala or Ghoul's Monitor probably. I do have a little bit of a problem now because I have to X-back animals here. I don't have enough money to build a 5 size and build the first seal, play the first seal. But I also don't have a lot of room here because I started south of the tower and I don't have build upgrade. So it's actually quite hard to navigate through these narrow spaces. Makes me think if it would have been better to start up here for the pelican and just have more space for enclosures without having to upgrade build early, because upgrading build doesn't make a lot of sense for us. If we want to play wolf and first seal, we just need 2 large enclosures and we don't need an upgrade for it. So the idea that I have is you could navigate out of here with the hyena compound and then build a 5 size down here, get 5 money. Still wouldn't be enough to play the first seal, because after that we would be at 15 money. Or maybe just build a 4 size up here or down here and play the wolf before we play the first seal. Would have been interesting to take Australia just to get the first seal online, but opponent took it away now. So let's see what I do here. Oh, wrong button. Opponent builds again before playing animals, so probably 2 animals coming up. And I use an X token to play hyena compound, so probably exactly what I explained before. And we draw a card. Actually, geological could be interesting because we have one from the hyena compound and we'll get a second one from first seal. So will be a project we could go for, and I do take it. And we hunt a white rhino. Very nice hunt. Habitat's already a base project, but species diversity could be interesting mid-game. We already got a bear icon here. And yeah, just another rock tag for geological. Very nice hunt here. Opponent plays a Ghouls Monitor, so no koala. Happy to see this. Koala would have been scarier. And then plays the platypus. I remember this actually. I was surprised because you could argue it's the wrong way around. He could have played the platypus before the monitor and venom me. Maybe he wanted to scavenge 2 cards before, but if you have 2 animals that fit perfectly here, I think it would have been better for him to venom me and then play the monitor after. Yeah, but maybe he just forgot. And so he's at 3 Australia already. Kind of tells me he wants to go for 4, which I'm not too sad about because then I can support it for 2 with our first seal and the pelican. I do build now, and yeah, it's a 4 size because first seal is not playable this round, and I prefer to just play an animal even if it loses some pack synergy. Opponent takes a cards action and snaps Cassowary, so that's his 4th Australia icon. And Expert in Prats appears. Very interesting card for both of us. Maybe even more for me, because I already kind of have a plan to go for 5 and will hunt me another card ideally. So definitely a card I want to have. But I'd take time to take a uni first. Hand size, yeah, makes sense because I do have a lot of cards I want to keep here. And opponent builds a 3 size for the Cassowary probably. So he's doing a nice job in surrounding the tower, whereas I kind of navigated away from the tower here. And also keeping in mind that we have naturalist and architectural. Usually with sponsor buildings, you tend to fill your map easier. So maybe already now aiming for architectural. Also, we need to build some more large enclosures for these guys. And we have another sponsor building in hand. Let's see how this turns out. I could play Wolf now, because if I snap Expert in Prats first, he can cost a break. And yeah, I would have to discard 1 card then, probably just geological. But I also just can play the Wolf before and then snap Expert in Prats, which seems like what I do. Spending an X to get that rep. Not necessary, but also not bad to have. And we hunt a saltwater crocodile, which is Australian, but probably not interesting this game. Opponent does break 5, which I'm very happy about because I need the break as well, and I can just cause it myself now with a cards action and get an X token. Could also think about breaking with sponsors here because we have snapping anyway. But then sponsors is very low at 1, and I probably want to play expert in Prets pretty early next round. Yeah, that's why I chose to snap it here. Drawing from the deck doesn't make too much sense if you already have your hand size at the limit. And probably crocodile discard, yeah. Oh, and 2 projects appear here. Herbivore breeding and large animals. Large animals, definitely very interesting for me. Already 2 animals in play and 1 or even 2 coming up. But herbivore breeding is interesting for the opponent because he already has the platypus with Australia. So I do have to think about snapping it away from him. And I definitely think that was what I did, because usually I try to deny projects from the opponent. And if he wants to take revenge for that, he would have to find a way to deny large animals from me, which is not very interesting for him. So yeah, I think we've got good chances to get our hands on large animals as well if we snap herbivore breeding away from him now. But let's see what I did in this game. I did snap the breeding program, and engineer appears. I don't really like the card, but if you have plans for architectural, it could help, and also could give you 5 appeal if you manage to fill your zoo. And the opponent just plays the cassowary before associating, so he can support Australia for 4. Very nice for him. And we probably play a sponsor here. I guess expert in Preds first. And hunt a peafowl. Also, notice we both completely seem to ignore habitats here. Obviously, most of the times you want to race for habitats if it's blocked on the right or in the middle, because the difference between 5 and 3 CP, or if it would have been in the middle here between 5 and 2 CP, is very big, and it's usually not too hard to find 5 habitats. But we both here have enough other things to do. Clear path for our opponent to go for Australia, and we just have our Predator engine online now, and probably aim to support it for 5 CP as soon as possible. But the opponent goes ahead and supports Australia and takes 5 money, which is kind of interesting. Maybe he wants to make the most out of his multiplier on build. But yeah, I'm not too sad that he doesn't take snapping and denies large animals from us. But let's see what he does with this money. I'm associating first here and taking Australia. So not what you ideally want to do, because I'm also splitting unis and partner zoos here, and the uni would have given me 2 upgrades with 2 rep here and second uni here. But I guess I just need the money, the discount to play the first seal. If I build a 5 size now, I'm at 11 money, and if I build it here for 5, I get 5 back and I have 16 money. So it will get the first seal online, and we get a second worker then to maybe grab the uni later this round. So yeah, I see what I did there. Opponent takes cards from the deck again. And we build a 5 size, I guess. Could even build it up here. Also 5 money reward. But I guess I'm just building it down there. Yeah, opponent has a point lead now, but the first seal will be big for us. Nice 8 appeal and the second worker, which we're almost guaranteed to get use of unless the opponent builds for 2 X tokens now and can support the can trigger the break next round. So yeah, he uses his multiplier and upgraded build before, so I think he has just taken the 5 money to build as much as he can. Nice kiosk here. 2 1 sizes and a 2 size. And I play the first seal now. Also hunts something. We get a hippo and porcupine. So porcupine, hippo could be interesting because we might get Africa Partner Zoo to discount the rhino here. Would go well with it. Porcupine, I wanted to say interesting because of habitats, but we already have Europe from the wolf. So yeah, probably a hippo here, just a better card. Oh, but I went for the porcupine. Don't remember why. Yeah, I like hippo better now, but don't know why I took porcupine. And the opponent breaks 5 again, but can't trigger the break with it. So I'm forced to use my worker now and just take a second uni. Obviously, if we had more time, we could have supported Australia for 2. But actually, I'm not mad because taking the time to get second uni here just gives us 2 upgrades. And sometimes if you rush projects in the early game, obviously very strong for points and your rewards here, but you might lack some upgrades then. So yeah, I'm not mad about this. We get 2 upgrades, upgrade build, probably because I decided to go for architectural this game. And sooner or later we have to fill all these little spots and obviously the build 2 spots. And also, if I think about it, Polar Bear Exhibit doesn't really have a spot without upgraded build. Because it needs to touch water, and we have a spot here which we need the upgrade for. And that's about it. We could work our way up here. But either way, it doesn't really fit too good on the map here. And second upgrade is sponsors. Maybe to get Polar Bear Exhibit online this round. Would be the 5th Predator already. Yeah, I mean, probably people want to upgrade a Soch on this map to get to the 4th Partner Zoo. But that's not really my playstyle. I barely get to 3 Partner Zoos. And so 4 Partner Zoos is very, very rare for me. Maybe something I should improve on. But I often stick with 3 upgrades, and this could be possible this game as well if we look at the projects we have coming up. We already got predators. We've got 2 projects in hand. Geological definitely ready to support, and breeding program could come handy as well. Maybe we take a second partner zoo for a Herbie here, Rhino for example, but if we play the Rhino we get another project. Habitat's still online here, so actually not too sure if we have time to take another association action for partner zoo, or we just want to spam projects here. But let's see what the opponent does. He plays animals, probably 2 because he has the Agama. Can sell 2 cards and plays a pond turtle. So 2 more habitats for him. Probably going for 5 habitats now after supporting for Australia. And yeah, massive point lead for him now. But we do take time to play polar bear exhibit here. Or actually, breeding program was playable as well. But we already have 5 predators, 2 Australia. So just for habitats, probably not worth playing breeding program here. And we get some hunting from our hyena compound. Find a koala. Very nice with the bear exhibit we just played. Also an Australian Herbie, so breeding program suddenly interesting. And I think you have to keep koala here. Even matches geological. Very nice card. Obviously we are behind on appeal and CPs at the moment, so macaque could be devastating for the opponent, but koala is just stronger for us here, so I decided to keep it. And probably actually we could place it here or here, which looks totally crazy, doesn't it? Blocking 3 spots next to the tower, only getting 2 appeal from it instead of the 8 appeal you could get from the map ability. Surely nothing a contestant for the Ark Nova Master title would do, right? Oh. That's something I obviously remembered. But I have some reasoning for you here. We just got the koala and we still have a rhino in hand. Probably 2 animals I want to play at this moment in time. And our spaces next to rock are kind of limited. So if we would have played it here, the polar bear exhibit, there would have been no room next to the tower for a 4 size or a 3 size for the koala. Only 2 sizes or 1 sizes would have been possible. And next to these rocks, there would have been only this spot for 1 3 size or 1 4 size. And that's about it on our map. So large enclosures or medium to large enclosures next to the rocks are very hard to place. And if we build it like this, what I did, we can build a 3 size here for the koala and still have room for a 4 size for the rhino. So yeah, I definitely prioritized playing or keeping both animals playable here instead of getting or making the most out of the tower here. So as I said, I lost 8 appeal from the tower, but I guess the upside for koala and rhino is just higher. But yeah, you could argue that it's just a skill issue because I compromised my map earlier so much with the starting here, having to navigate through there, building the 4 size for the wolf here. These are enclosures that could have fitted next to the tower already if I started the 4 size for the Pelican here. But yeah, in this situation I am in now, I think it's actually definitely viable to place the exhibit here to keep the 2 spots next to rock for koala and rhino up there. And the opponent triggers the break with a cards action. We have to discard 1 card, and it was a P-foul. Yeah. Probably just because we don't have room for another free size if we build for the rhino and the koala. So yeah, map is already compromised a lot, but we want to fill it anyway, so not too bad. We get snapping now. Engineer still kind of interesting. Meerkat then with 3 Herbies in hand, also nice, but also needs a rock. Needs to be connected to rock, and I don't think we have space for it if we build the 3 size and the 4 size here. So sadly, probably not worth going for, and large animals is just still very interesting. We have 3 plate. So I think I went for large animals here. Yes. 3 projects in hand now. And Blue Mountains National Park appears. Very nice for our Pelican or even First Seal if we need a 5 size. But yeah, Pelican definitely a release candidate here. We could fill this enclosure again for 2 more appeal, and this would be perfect for the rhino. So suddenly if we get it, which we can with our cards action, our map problems seem to be solved here. So did I snap it? Yes. And Zoo School appears. The opponent takes time to take a partner zoo. Always sad if your assoc is at 5 and you only take a partner zoo. Actually, yesterday I played with the new action cards from Marine Worlds, and there's 1 card that gives you an X token every time your association card is higher than the level you actually need for the association task. And I played with that card, and I think that was very strong, because then you get a partner zoo, or our opponent would have gotten a partner zoo here plus 2 X tokens because he did it at 5. So if you ever play with the expansion, definitely a card worth keeping an eye out for. But let's go back to the game. He upgrades animals with his second partner zoo upgrade. I build a 3 size for the koala and just start filling the little gaps here. 1 size over the rep for porcupine probably. And opponent builds a reptile house. So he will get quite some enclosures back from it. Very nice on this map because you can refill your enclosures and get even more appeal from the tower. So it seems like the opponent understood the map in contrast to me. And I do associate first, support large animals, take 2 size reward, and I'm thinking why I associated first here. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Yeah, 2 size just helps filling the map, and probably wanted the bonus before the opponent can get it. And I do take 3 size, okay. Yeah, I mean, we get the 4 size back here from our Blue Mountains National Park. So maybe just 3 size to help fill the map. 2 rep, not interesting because we don't have upgraded cards yet. And actually, I'm not sure if we will upgrade it this game because second partner zoo feels kind of slow. Probably aiming to get it here. And with our animals action playing koala, we will already get to 9 rep. So yeah, 3 size just helps filling the map. Goes next to rock, so we just killed the spot for Meerkat Den if we ever wanted to play it. Okay, yeah, it's okay, but not quite sure if this is the best move. And the opponent breaks 7 here. Kind of surprising. Yeah, we do have another worker to spend. He doesn't have a worker. We get even our 3rd worker this round after the animals action. But he still has 23 money, so probably he just wanted to stop us from playing animals this round. But yeah, okay. Just gives us more money. Oh, porcupine goes. Not too sure about it. At least it was playable. But we get lucky and find a dingo here. Opponent still doesn't have snapping. So just a perfect card for us. Really nice pack synergy. 2 size ready from the income. So definitely the snap here. And 2 size here for another card. Meerkat Den is dead for us, no space. Engineer still kind of interesting. Zoo School goes well up here. And the Clever is quite useful here as well because we don't want to take cards, I think. So yeah, maybe Zoo School to play it right away. Yeah. And low mountain range appears. So we could do some funny things like releasing the Pelican with low mountain range and even releasing First Seal with Blue Mountains National Park. Obviously, only if we get our hands on it. But the more I think about it, I don't really think we need low mountain range here. We have so many projects in hand. We still didn't support Predators for 5. So yeah, I don't think it's worth going out of my way here to somehow get low mountain range. I do play Zoo School now, which gives us another worker, 1 CP. Building has to be up here, and we can draw something. Engineer, I think at this point, definitely worth taking because it's just 5 appeal. Not sure what we could find from the deck. But also, with all these sponsors here, we could aim to play some sponsors just from the display and don't need it in our hand. So we draw from the deck actually and get an ostrich. Yeah, not interesting this game, and probably clever down cards. That's nice. So now, if we take an animals action and play koala, we will be blocked here at 9 rep. And we could think about getting a second partner zoo just for a cards upgrade. And it looks still early in the game with Only 22 points so far. But as I said, if you look at the projects we have coming up, I think this game will end sooner than you think. Because now we can play Dingo for 8 appeal, Koala for ideally 12 appeal, which will be 20 points. Oh, and another 2 for the bear icon for Koala, so 22 points, just doubling our points with one animal's action. After that we have Preds for 5. So we will jump up in points quite soon. So I think we don't even take the time for a second partner zoo here. Opponent plays alligator. Okay. Okay, snaps away low mountain range, so we don't have to think about that anymore. And doesn't play a second animal. Oh, that's tough luck. So many free enclosures, 40 free money, but obviously can't play a second animal. Only sponsors here in the row. And an even better release appears for our wolf. Also nice, we would get another 4 size back. Even better release than the pelican. 1 point better. But still, I think with all these projects in hand, it's a nice project, but we don't really need it. We go ahead and play the Dingo for 9 appeal even. I forgot his own icon when I calculated it. And we hunt a lion. Okay. That's just the luckiest hunt you could have had here. So as of now, this is a 16 appeal lion, which is crazy good. And we do get a 4 size from our Australia release, or maybe even Europe release. We do have to think about the rhino now, because we don't really have a clear project with rhino. Species will be only 4 after playing the rhino. We could play the water dragon to get 5 species, but I think it's just better to keep lion and play the lion instead of the rhino here. Because we, as I said, we still have Predators 5, so we don't really need another 5 CP project if we can play a lion instead for easy 16 appeal. So yeah, I did keep the lion, and now I play koala. Sadly, the rep is lost, but just very nice for appeal. And we can pouch 2 cards, obviously ostrich, and maybe even breeding program. It's playable now with koala, but we definitely need national park for our 4 size. Geological just, yeah, I thought it seems better than the breeding program, but if we don't play the rhino to play the lion instead, it's actually worse because it's only 2 CP, so maybe geological and ostrich, or maybe even rhino. Because if we decided to play the lion now, we're not guaranteed to have another 4 size for rhino. And actually, I'm not even sure if we have time to play the rhino or just cross earlier. So yeah, rhino could be a pouch here. Let's see. Oh, a pouched breeding program and ostrich. Yeah, doesn't really matter because we have enough projects. Probably we only need Predators 5 and the National Park. Second animal next to the lion would be nice, obviously. But let's see how it goes. The opponent now has 5 habitats. I just didn't even consider going for 5 habitats here. Just too good projects and cards in hand. So I just conceded that race quite early. This means he gets the partner zoo though. And he snaps the Bavarian Forest National Park. So yeah, Rhino seems kind of dead now. Opponent took 2 rep here, upgrades Association, probably to go for more partner zoos. Or he needed the upgrade actually for this partner zoo. Takes Europe. And then another worker. Grizzly Bear appears. Also another very good card for us here with the bear icon and the polar bear exhibit. Predator as well, but we don't have any space for these big guys anymore. So I do support Predators probably, or maybe even the release first. So we can play the lion as soon as possible. And maybe I wanted the ×2 multiplier before building here, because I do think we have to build to fill the map, but let's see. Free X tokens. Yeah, we don't have a playable sponsor. Money is not too important right now. There will probably be another break. And last worker just doesn't give a CP on this map, so not needed. Sadly, we lost another rep here. And we do take a multiplier on sponsors, I think. Yeah. And only now I have to discard our endgame cards. So obviously we're discarding Naturalist. And now we can play a lot of nice sponsors here from the row. Sorry, got a phone call. I had to mute myself real quick. And let's see what the opponent does. Break is still at 0 out of 9, now at 2 after he draws 3 cards. But yeah, points wise, it's more or less equal now. He still has double of our money. But I think we're in a good position because we do have Predator 5 upcoming. And obviously the Lion in hand, which is equal to a 5 CP project. And okay, we spent 2 X tokens to play probably these 2 sponsors from the river. Arcade. Yeah, just 2 appeal and another building for filling our map. And finally engineer to get the 5 appeal for filling the map. And with the multiplier we just get some money. Or we could play Export on Asia, which would be helping the map fill as well. Yeah. Okay, yeah, another 2 appeal. Obviously would be very nice to find an Asian animal. There it is, to fill the map with it next round. But I'm also calculating right now, if we play the lion for 16 appeal, plus 2 from the tower, 18 appeal, we're at 73 points already. Then we still have 2 workers to support Predators for 5 CP, which will boost us to 88 points. And then with some pavilions and a map fill, we would get really close to cross this round actually. So let's see if we cross this round. Opponent builds a 5 size, so finally has some nice animals probably. And I do play the lion now. Just perfectly calculated the money. And look at all this appeal you get from one lion. 18 appeal, very lucky draw. And we hunt 3 animals. Tarsi are not playable, we don't have the partner zoo. But Langur is actually very nice here. We got the free size ready. And it will give us another pavilion. And if we go to another break, we can fill the map with Langur and the 2 size income. So I'm keeping Langur here probably. Yes. And yeah, no second animal. The opponent is playing a sponsor card for 6 now. Barred Owl Hut, okay. That's not a card you usually want to play when your opponent is already at 73 points with a 5 CP project upcoming. Yeah, this looks a little bit desperate. Maybe he just needed to find cards, or I thought maybe he has sponsored Zoo, but he actually didn't play any sponsor before that. So I have no idea why he played the Owl Hut here. I think he could have focused on playing animals and associating here. But maybe he needed to find more cards. That's why he really wanted to play the Owl Hut here. But that gives us time to support predators and take 12 money, I guess, to then fill the map or even play the Langur. Yeah, 2 X tokens to support predators at 5 and 12 money. So now let's see. 88 points. Filling the map would give us 7 appeal, and because we have engineer, we could build 2 pavilions while filling the map. So it would be not 9 points, so only 97. And it would be hard to get the missing 3 points, I think. We could play guided school tours from range, which is 4 points. Endgame shield, probably not achievable. We only have 3 species. But yeah, guided school tours would be 4 points, so 92. And then we would have enough money to just fill the map with building and cross in 2 turns here. But we could also play the Langur, which would jump free, so give us free money back. So we would have 5 money left, which would be perfect for 2 pavilions and 1 pavilion for the last missing spot we would get from Export in Asia. So this would also be a 2-turn cross. Langur for 7 points, 6 appeal plus 1 pavilion, and then build 2 pavilions for another 2 appeal and 7 appeal for filling the map. So this would be 16 points. Guided school tours is only 4 points, and filling the map with 2 pavilions is again 9. So this would be 13 points, would also be enough. But Langur is better here. Of course, Langur helps causing the break, so maybe the opponent could break then, and guided school tours is the safer way to cross this round already. But let's see what the opponent does. He takes time to take a uni. He can't support a project right now with only one worker in hand. But he gets another worker now from the uni and an upgrade. So only now his 4th upgrade. As I said before, just a typical game for me, settling at 3 upgrades if we have enough projects and playable animals. You often don't need upgrades, and yeah, really help the tempo here to keep supporting projects instead of taking that second partner zoo. So what did I do here? Oh, I actually went for the school tours line, which is 4 points now, and we can't play the Langer anymore now. So we do have to fill the map with a build action, and this would be 9 points because 7 for filling the map and 2 appeal for 2 pavilions with engineer. So yeah, I'm not perfect, I think, but still all right. Opponent plays Jaguar. Gives us actually free money from our expert in Preds, which makes the Langer playable again. And hunts some cards, keeps the Greater Flamingo. And actually plays it. Okay. Yeah, so both animals not bad, but also in the late game with your opponent threatening to end the game, not the animals you want to play. Jaguar even went in the 5 size, so maybe he didn't even have a 5 size animal and just built this speculative. But yeah, really looking good for me here. And I do just fill the map probably with building. Now if you play the Langer, it would be 7 points and get us to 99. But then the opponent can break. And we could cross and break actually, because we then fill the map with our 2 size reward. So yeah, that would have been very nice. I think I just completely overlooked that I can play the Langer now after he gave us free money from playing the Jaguar. But yeah, JD wouldn't be proud of me. Didn't see that I can cross and break here. But actually, it's kind of a safe way to just cross now, because I don't think the opponent can do anything good with his last turn. So we just barely cross at 101 points. And let's see what the opponent can do. Taking a partner zoo, his last one, so nice, he gets 2 CP and even donates for another CP. So not the worst last action, but still the point difference is very big, 27 points. And I do have more sponsors with his Barred Owl Hut sitting lonely there. Engineer gives 5 appeal, 1 CP free appeal, or 3 points for federal grants. Polar Bear Exhibit is not achieved. And yeah, even Arcade gives us 2 appeal, and obviously Architectural maxed out, so this should be a comfortable win for us. 123 points, and the opponent had favorite zoo for only 2. So yeah, very nice win. Obviously very, very lucky with the predators, and just a perfect example how Hyena Compound can really snowball the whole game. I think the first hunt with the Hyena Compound was the Rhino, and later in the game even hunted a lion with it that just let us ignore the rhino here. Let's see if we can see some stats about the game. Here. Yeah, it was 28 turns only. Very fast game, 4 breaks, and boosted me to 707 elo. So actually I managed to become an Ark Nova Master. Very nice indeed. And let's ignore the fact that I just dropped below 700 right after, I think. But it only counts that I managed to cross once, and I hope to stay around 700 for a while now, because for the longest time I was around 600 elo, and being at 700 now obviously feels very good. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll hear each other again in another video coming soon. Thank you.